Hello everybody and welcome to... What was I saying? Oh right, the Nintendo E3 Direct discussion where I discussed the Nintendo E3 Direct with myself. Now before I begin, I should mention that the people next door are still working on their driveway. They're making a lot of noise. I have to record this now though so that I can get the video on YouTube while it's still relevant. So please bear with me. Also, I don't want this to be another 40-minute long video like the predictions video. So I got my clipboard here, my trusty clipboard. I'm going to be trying to go through all of the notes in a timely manner. And I will not be talking about everything, just the stuff that I have something to say about. So, without further ado, we're going to start with the bingo board. Now, as you can see, I did not do great. I believe that the diagonals, obviously I can't see it right now, but I believe the diagonals were both one square away from a bingo, which I guess is kind of an accomplishment, but I did really bad at everything else, except, oh wait, there's one more thing. That's right, Nintendo, this time I get to pull that trick. There's one more thing. After the Direct, during the Treehouse Live segment on day one, they announced a Link's Awakening amiibo, which means I actually did get this square over here somewhere. Or maybe it is over here, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. Which, unless my eyes deceive me, that's a bingo. Okay, that's all I had to say about that. The bingo board was, I mean, it was really just, I mean, it was fun, but it was really just a goof. So let's get into the actual Direct now. We started out with a Super Smash Bros. DLC reveal of Hero. He doesn't have a name, he's just Hero, from Dragon Quest. I genuinely don't care. I've never played a Dragon Quest game. I've been thinking about getting Dragon Quest 11. I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm going to mention that in the E3, in the other E3 video that I'm going to make. Spoilers. But anyway, I've never played a Dragon Quest game. I don't care all that much about Hero. And judging from Twitter, not a lot of people do. He got pretty overshadowed by Banjo. But that, I think, I haven't looked into this. This is just a guess on my part. I think that that's really only the case in the West. I think in Japan, Hero is probably a lot more popular than Banjo. So, that's good. You know, they have the Japanese appeal character and the Western appeal character in the same Direct. So, it was perfectly balanced, the way that all things should be. After that was Dragon Quest. Like I said, I'm not going to be talking about that. Then they had like a little animation of Bowser where he thought that he was the new president of Nintendo of America, and he had like this little tie, and then he seemed genuinely disappointed. I felt bad for him, but it was a funny clip, and it really just goes to show that if you've seen any of the parental control videos that Nintendo's made with Bowser and Bowser Jr., Bowser's actually a very wholesome person. You know, when he's not trying to kidnap Princess Peach, throw the Mushroom Kingdom into complete chaos, and take over the universe. So the first game they talked about, or I guess the second game they talked about, was Luigis Mansion 3. The only thing I really have to say about Luigi's Mansion is that it looks good. I'm excited. The reason this is the only thing I have to say about that is because I actually have so much that I want to say about it, I don't think I can say it here. That's right, that's 2 future videos that I've already referenced. I didn't make a single video for 6 months, and now suddenly I'm just pumping them out. Anyway, so Luigi's Mansion 3, it looks good, I'm excited for it. Link's Awakening was the next game that I want to talk about. The remake. I have the original version on the 3DS Virtual Console. I never really got into it, and the reason for that is that I was never a fan of the Game Boy Zelda games. Because usually you only get like 1 or 2 items. You can only equip 1 or 2 items at a time, including the sword. And that just means that you have to pause the game, equip stuff constantly. And I couldn't. That killed the experience for me. So, from the looks of it, this game, obviously the Switch has more buttons, so that doesn't seem to be an issue here. So I think that I could actually really get into this version, and I'm looking forward to this too. I don't have much to say on this because I'm sure people have been talking about it to death, but there is a dungeon making thing in this where you can make a dungeon, obviously. But and I think that's pretty cool. I think that I could have some fun with that. And hopefully it's a sign of things to come. You know, Legend of Zelda Maker maybe, huh? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The next game that I want to talk about, Fire Emblem Three Houses. This game has been in at least 2 directs at this point. And yet, I still basically know nothing about the plot. I know that there's a time skip now. There are 3 houses, each with their own major representative, and each with their own series of classmates, I guess, students. That's the word for when you're the teacher, they're students. And then there's also like this glowy purple guy. He didn't seem like a friendly guy. But I still don't know much about the plot details. So that'll be a surprise when the game actually comes out, I guess. Bright side, there are no spoilers. Next was Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm not a big Pokemon person in general. I've only played a handful of the mainline games. I've only played a handful of the games in general. And this one does not... I'm not convinced on this one. I don't think I'm going to get it. The giant Pokemon thing was a successful wow moment for me. In the Pokemon Direct a couple days ago. So that was a wow moment for me, where I went, wow! But that's since worn off, and I don't see anything here that's really going to convince me to get it. Especially when I found out that the random encounters are still a thing, and you only see the roaming Pokemon in the wild zone. But I hate random encounters, so you know what? If they ever make a Pokemon game with no random encounters, that isn't Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, if they ever make a Pokemon game like that, then I'll get that one. Next is the Cadence of Hyrule. Crypt of the Necrodancer was always a game that I thought looked really fun, but I never played it because I'd be really bad at it because I have no sense of rhythm. So it might be hilarious to watch me trying to play it, but I don't think I would find it hilarious to play. Next was Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Summer, I think, Olympic Games. And I don't know, I predicted Mario Golf. I would have preferred Mario Golf, but that's mostly just because Mario Golf 64 is one of the games that I played the most in my childhood, so it has a very special nostalgic place in my heart. But I suppose a Mario sports game is a Mario sports game. And I don't know when the last time a Mario and Sonic Olympic Olympic Games game came out, so I don't think do they release them every 2 years or 4 years? The Olympics are every 2 years, right? But it alternates between summer and winter. I don't know anything about sports, but I don't think they released a Mario and Sonic game for the last Olympics. I don't know. Anyway, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to move on to the next game. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm going to sum up my thoughts on this game in 2 words, Nailed it! Now, I didn't get everything. I completely flipped up my predictions on the trailer, but when it comes to details on the game, I did exceptionally well. Okay? The title, I wasn't even too far off on the title. I said Humble Beginnings. It's actually New Horizons. 2 words each. Both of them have one word that starts in an H. New and Beginnings. Kind of the same feeling there. So I'm going to give myself 15% points for the title. Okay? I'm giving myself some credit, but not full credit. So 15%. I think that's fair. But then you got the release date, and I know according to the bingo board, Luigis Mansion was the one that I was predicting would get delayed until March 13th, but in the predictions video, I said that Animal Crossing actually seemed more likely to be delayed, and then guess what? It was delayed until March 20th, which is only a week after I predicted. Because I said that the dates were going to be reversed, and they almost were. It was March 13th that I predicted. It ended up being March 20th. 1 week off. Also, side note, the game is coming out March 20, 2020. And I think that that's really funny. 2020. Anyway. So, I'm giving myself 15% credit for the title. 80% credit for the release date. And then, for the actual game, where you start with nothing and then you build the town, I'm giving myself full credit for that one. I nailed that prediction, and I just wanted to brag about that. That being said, I don't have much else to say about the game at the moment, but I have been playing Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I do have some ideas in my head for what I want to be in the game, but at that point I think I might just want to make a whole new video, because that's definitely something that I'm going to be rambling about. Speaking of rambling, let's move on. So, the second to last trailer in the Direct was for, I already mentioned this, Banjo Kazooie in Smash. I talked about this very briefly in my reactions video. I didn't mention it in the predictions video because I didn't know about the rumor. I was trying to avoid rumors and news and speculation and all that so that I could go into my predictions video blind. I like doing that. It makes it way more fun and satisfying if I get anything right. Anyway, in the reaction video, I said that I didn't think Banjo would make it. I obviously did not nail that prediction. Honestly, when I found out that Banjo was the rumored character, I didn't want it to be true for a very specific reason. It just makes me want a new Banjo game. I love Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie is literally one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Banjo Tooie is an okay sequel, and Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is not a game for me. So now that Banjo is back in the gaming news, I really just want a sequel, even though I know that if it ever does happen, it probably would not live up to Banjo Kazooie. So really, it just kind of reinforces that feeling to me. That being said, I've had some time to, get over that, and to get over A, my bad prediction, and B, my disappointment at a lack of new Banjo games. So now I'm really just excited that finally there's a Super Smash Bros. DLC character that appeals to me. That's not true. I was really into Piranha Plant. A paid DLC character that really appeals to me. And that just leaves the final announcement for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm actually not going to be saying anything about Breath of the Wild 2 here, at least, because there is far too much to say about Breath of the Wild, just in general, let alone a potential sequel. So look forward to that. That's right, that's teaser number 3 for future videos. All 3 of those videos hopefully are going to come out very soon. I know that every other time I say that, whether it was for the Super Mario Sunshine videos, the Super Smash Brothers videos, possibly other videos too, I always end up delaying those videos for months. But just this once, I think I'll be able to make all those videos very quickly. Because I already know exactly what I'm going to say about all of them. Anyway, I was doing a really good job of not rambling until right at the end there. Because that's it, we're out. I'm done. That was everything. Beat 40 minutes by at least 15 minutes, probably, hopefully. There's no way this is 40 minutes. I haven't been talking for 40 minutes. And some of this isn't going to make it into the video. So, anyway. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave comments about if you disagree with me, if there was something I didn't talk about, if you want my opinion for some reason. Feel free to leave comments down below. And I could say like, comment, and subscribe, but does that ever actually convince anyone to like, comment, and subscribe? No. So I'm not going to bother saying like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not even going to say the words like, comment, and subscribe. So don't worry about it. You don't feel pressured into like, commenting, and subscribing, because I'm not gonna ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, because that just feels like I'd be desperate. So I'm not even gonna say the words like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time here on this channel. I was gonna make another joke about what was I saying, but I feel like just doing that once at the beginning of the video is more than enough. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.